ready? All right. Call the County Commission to order. Right. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Morning. Commissioners meeting. We'll open this up to public comment. Is there any public comment? Okay, seeing none, move on, I guess. The first two items on the agenda are both canceled. So I guess, Teresa, we can discuss these contracts that you have in front of us here.
Okay, so I gave you a copy last week of the COVID grant. That is an additional grant for focusing on vaccinations. The money that we've spent for administration time and some supplies. So they're kind of going, forward and backward on that one. The state got money, and then it was distributed by county by population. So ours is 20,000 and some change. And then just last week we got the regular immunization grant, and that's the one that we have every single year. It's just a little bit over 5,000. But the COVID money certainly will and has been already used, but it's basically just to reimburse health departments for nursing time and some supplies. We do get supplies sent from the CDC, but they do the best they can. But like, for example, they send us all 1.5-inch needles, and obviously we can't use those on most people. Those are for pretty heavy set people. So we do end up ordering, needles, Band-Aids they don't supply, stuff like that. So, and of course there's deliverables that go along with both of them. The COVID money deliverables aren't too tough, but they certainly do have expectations that we will, follow those deliverables and get those reports in on time. So, you have any questions about that task order?
I don't know.
Okay.
So the actual amount of this task order is $24,083.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm assuming that part will come in a lump sum. And then the yearly one is split up by quarters. And so once I send in the deliverables at the end of the quarter, then they make a payment of, I want to say, little 1,026 or whatever it is. That adds up to the 5,000. So. And if you don't do your deliverables, you don't get your payment.
So that
That's
payment's
never-
actually $5,153. So
Yeah.
that's what the year. This is the yearly, quarterly payments. That's
Yes.
what it amounts to.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, they were just a little bit late getting out the yearly ones. Normally they're signed and back in April.
Okay.
The immunization department, I can only imagine, is just swamped with COVID stuff, vaccinations and whatnot. So they got the contracts out a little bit late. So. But they haven't changed. The only thing that's changed is the deliverables for the COVID money. So otherwise, they're the same.
So is there a motion to first pay the, or sign the COVID funding claim for the amount of $24,083?
I would make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion's been made and second to sign and approve the public health COVID contract money. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries.
So there won't be another commission meeting before Friday, so we do have to do the
Do the other
other one
one,
as
okay.
well, yeah.
You know, I don't know, I guess our policy's then to have the mayor review those.
I did send them electronically this
Mhm.
morning, so,
Yeah, but she never had a chance to review it, right?
Yeah, I didn't have
yeah.
time
Yeah.
in the hour to do it. I'm sorry about that.
As long as we can just get it signed by, the 15th, I can just scan it and send it electronically,
Okay.
so.
Would you be comfortable with doing that? Would you have time to read it this week sometime before the 15th?
Yes, I would have time to read it this week, but I think that we need to approve signing it in a meeting.
Well, that's what I was saying. I would probably make the motion to sign it after you reviewed it. At some point this week. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just want it on an agenda item.
Th-
And
that's-
then maybe-
Oh,
Is
I
that what
see.
you're going
That's
with?
that's where I'm concerned is that if we,
Okay.
I just want to make sure that everything's done correctly as far as getting public notice out there and stuff like
We
that.
can
So.
do that, I guess.
But the 15th is the 15th Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we don't have, if we don't get it in, we don't get the money,
Yeah.
so.
Can we,
I guess we just need to follow our procedure. That's what we set up, that's what we'll do it.
so can we add that to May 13th agenda item?
To the what?
To the May 13th agenda? Because that still gives us 48 hours if we do it now, Wednesday.
Oh, I see what you're saying on Wednesday.
And add that to the agenda, put out revised agendas.
Can do that.
Yeah, I
You
could
okay
do
with
that. Yeah.
Okay,
Wednesday at 2.
Okay.
okay. So we will do that on Thursday,
Okay.
on the 13th, Wednesday, Thursday.
Wednesday. Oh, Teresa.
Is that a regular meeting that I need to attend then, or?
No, it's not.
No,
It's actually a caucus meeting, and that'll take place in the basement of the old commissioner's room. We'll just add that as an agenda item prior to starting
Okay.
the caucus deal. So we'll just have that for that day. Then
Yeah,
we'll have to
so-
get this recorded and then get it to you.
I sent over the entire contract for 2021
Okay.
to you.
Mhm.
And so this new one is just the yearly one, and it's identical to the information that's in there. Nothing's changed,
Okay.
so.
And then there's this other one that we have here, the Area 4 Agency on Aging. So we have to have that
Yeah, we have to have that one as well.
reviewed. We can sign this one next week. This is the one that was on the table.
Oh, yeah,
Did you
I
get a
have-
copy of this? or-
I have not gotten a copy of
Okay, I'll
that.
get you a copy of that, too.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that one we have a little bit of time on.
Yeah, it's not due until the 28th.
Yeah, yeah, but they'll keep coming now, so we'll have, FEP, maternal child health, immunization, FEP, but all of our grants will be coming this month or next month because they all have to be in place for the fiscal year by June 30th, so, all of those grants, as soon as I get them, I'll forward them to you so you can review them.
Yeah, I greatly appreciate that.
Okay, I'll pick those up. If you don't
Okay,
need anything
thank you,
further from
Teresa.
me.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So let's see, we have minutes to be approved from May 3rd, 2021.
I'll make a motion to approve the May 3rd, 2021 minutes.
Is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the minutes from May 3rd, 2021. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same, motion carries. You have claims, payroll claims, in the amount of $195,530.33.
I'll make a motion to pay payroll in the amount of $195,530.33.
Is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
Motion's been made and seconded to pay claims in said amount. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries. So we already took care of the 1020, so what the next one would be the, approve the single audit certifications from Form FAA.
Okay, guess I'll go ahead and talk about that a little bit. So the airport board has received two grants this year. One was the Coronavirus Aid Relief and Economic Securities Act grant for $20,000, and they have just recently received a $13,000 airport coronavirus response grant. And when we receive these grants, it automatically triggers a audit certification form. And in this particular instance, we are required to fill out an audit if the expenditures are over $750,000. In this case, it's only $33,000, so we're able to check a box that says we're exempt from the single audit requirements. And that's what this form is about.
So when we do the actual runway work, we'll have to fill one of these out then?
Yeah, I would think that that'll probably definitely trigger that, and we don't really have a firm cost on what that is, but it's estimated to be between $2.5 and I think $4 million for that project. The thing to remember about that is that the airport board has been saving money all these years, and they have a good portion of that, and then they expect with the FAA grants, they should be able to cover that project. So that I think they're planning to do some engineering this year, and then maybe next year jump into that project. And we'll talk a little bit more about that, I think, in our next agenda item.
So is there any further discussion on the audit form then? Any questions? We entertain a motion to approve the signing of the audit form then?
I would move to sign the single audit certification form for the airport.
I'll second that motion.
Motion been made and seconded to sign the single audit report for the airport. Is there any further discussion? Have a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries. Okay, and then the next one is the approve the request for FAA agreement of transfer of entitlements. And this is to transfer funds to Livingston?
It is. So in this particular instance, Broadwater County has I'll make sure I get the right number. We have $205,906 of fiscal year 2018 non-primary entitlement funds. And the way this works is, if you don't use those funds within 5 years, it has to go back into the FAA pool. So what we have done in the past, and airports all around the state do this same thing, is they will loan a portion of this or all of this to another airport that has a project, and then they repay the money back, and that way we never lose the funds. So that's what they're doing in this instance. In this particular instance, they're going to use a portion of this for the engineering that has to be done this year. And the board voted at the last meeting to send $123,191 to the Park County and the City of Livingston, their airport. And they have agreed to return that transfer for fiscal year 2022, which would be in time for us to use that for our project coming up. And this, I guess also too, for everybody's information, once Commissioner Delger signs this, then it will go to our county attorney, Corey Swanson, and then it'll go to the mayor, city of Townsend, and then it will go to their attorney, and then finally return back to the FAA. So everybody gets a chance to see it and know what's going on. Any questions for me?
I don't have any, no. Any other discussion?
Is there anything online?
Okay, so to entertain a motion to approve the request for FAA agreement or transfer of entitlements.
I'll make the motion to approve the agreement for transfer of entitlements in the amount of $123,191 to the Livingston Park County Airport.
I'll second the motion.
Motion's been made and seconded to transfer entitlements to the Park County Airport in the amount of $123,191 for their project. Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Same. Motion carries.
Okay. And is this an electronic signature? I'm trying to remember if this is done electronically or if we need to.
I think that we have to do it electronic so it can get transferred.
I think that's generally how it's been done in the past. So we'll look for that to make sure, and we'll go from there. Okay.
Okay. Okay, that pretty much does everything for today. Is there anything else? Are you for,
Joe Buchella, I was doing a line relocate on my property at the silos, and it was supposed to be at 10:05, but I got stuck in traffic.
yeah, and Nicole's not in today, so we'll have to table it till next week.
And it goes to closing on the 17th, and I've redone it for a month. The pins have been there for a month, and I can't close without it, and they won't reschedule them for another 30 days.
So that's the next day after our meeting, or that's Sunday, isn't it?
Let me look at here.
Monday, a week from
Monday.
today.
Monday.
I don't even know why it really needs an approval. It is, I just moved 2 pins into my property, my existing property, but 2 weeks ago, well, it was almost a month ago, I went to her, and then she said it'd be a week. And I came back in a week, and she said it'd be another week. And I came back again, and it's another week. So I'm pretty much at a dead end with it. I mean, almost a month of time to get just an okay that I paid for a pin relocate on my property. And I can't close without it. And I kept pressuring her, you know, it shouldn't take a month to do something that simple that I paid for.
So is there any way, Jeanette, that we can go? Because I don't think there's any issues with it, is there, as far as?
I only had one question that I was going to ask the landowner.
Joe, can you come up to the mic?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if, but I unfortunately did not bring my paperwork with me. But on this one,
I've got it.
thank you. What I was looking at is that there was a part of this that at one point in time was a no-build zone, correct?
Yeah.
And the no-build zone is not on this map anymore. So I was kind of curious what's going on with that no-build
Well,
zone.
we removed it. The reason being is when it was originally built in 1984, Adams, and then it sold to, must have been Nuns. They just didn't want anybody building in front of the windows.
Okay,
But I own all the property, and it was just for visual purposes.
okay.
And that's all it was. And Nicole said it doesn't affect this at all. That's why she put it, yes, go ahead and move forward. Because I own the property now, it's my decision whether to build in front of it or not.
Okay.
But we've already built a new building in the no-build zone 2 years ago.
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
to
And I can show
because
you
it
this.
wasn't on this anymore, and so I was.
Yeah, we removed it. So the restaurant sits here, and the new event center sits here, and this is where the no-build zone is, so you don't see out the windows, that
Okay.
chunk. And there's a building right across the whole thing,
Okay.
and there'll be a new building here.
Okay. And I know you said you removed it. Has it been formally removed, or how did you remove it? I guess.
Well,
is the question.
she told me she would take care of that. She says it doesn't affect this property locate. This is the only thing we added to this lot.
Okay.
Here, just this little chunk.
Just that little chunk.
Because we want to put a billboard in there for town pump. That doesn't affect the no build at all.
Okay.
But she said it does not affect it since I'm the property owner. I can build anywhere I want.
Okay.
Because she pulled up the plat, we went in the back office, got the big sheets out. This has zero effect on it. So.
Well, and so that would be my only hesitation is that Nicole is the one who mentioned to me this no-build zone, and I don't know what her. I'm not her,
Yeah.
and so I don't know what she would say if she was here about this. So that's my only hesitation. I understand you've got a sale. I don't want to get in the way of the sale, but that's my only hesitation. Is Nicole isn't here. If that needs to be addressed, it needs to be addressed. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
And that pin relocate's not even near no-build zone anyway. So if you could just approve my pins and we can work on the no-build zone lot line that is pictured, that's fine with me.
Okay.
Because nothing's being built in the no-build zone at this point.
At
That's
this
just a sign on the highway.
Okay.
If you can see it, I don't know if you can.
Well, I can. I'm looking at this is the current COS.
Yeah.
The current COS still shows the no build zone, so we'll have to work on that as a
Yeah,
separate issue.
because there is a building that sits right here, all the way across that, and they approved that, the state building inspectors and everything, because we put the event center here,
Yeah.
and at that time, she said it didn't matter. She said,
Right.
you own the land, if you don't care if somebody builds there, build there. So we built a building on it, and it covers the no-build
So
zone.
this is the pins you're moving, right?
So we're adding a pin here, 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 and here, and this is one lot now. That shouldn't be there if you see it on the new one. Oh, well, it's supposed to be removed, eliminate boundary, just that chunk,
Mm-hmm.
so that this is
Right.
connected to that.
Yeah, so this .8,
This is 80 feet by 40 feet, and
Yeah.
that's a 12-foot easement off of the highway right away.
Right.
This is the highway here.
so this boundary is removed
That's it.
and it's attached to this lot?
Correct. That'll be 2A, and 2B or whatever. And that can,
2A. It'll be,
Yeah.
be
So
part
it's-
of 2A.
it's just the 12-foot chunk missing, and this is part of this 2A.
Good.
And they're putting a sign here right on off the highway.
Janelle, was there any, or Joe,
Yeah.
is there any concern with this lot 1A being less than an acre?
Nope.
Nicole didn't mention
Okay.
anything to me on that, and I didn't look into it, so I don't have an
That's just
answer
one of
for
my
you.
questions.
Like I said, I've been working on it for a month.
I understand, and I'm trying to be helpful, but I also
Yeah.
don't want to.
Yeah. I mean, if you're, I can worry about the no build zone later, you know, to remove that or whatever, but there is a building built over the middle of it, and it's been that way for 3 years.
Yeah.
And she had no problem with it when we built it at that time.
Okay.
I don't know why it's still on there, but I don't know. I try to keep after her, but she never responds to calls. She never responds to emails. I find her at lunch, and then, oh, I'll get to that. And it's just a royal pain. Because I've paid $7,000 to have a pin relocate. Plus, I got a sign company who wants to put their sign on there, and they won't pay me until they say, yes, you can put the pins in. But I seen her at the office 10 days ago, and we went and looked at it. She says, you have absolutely no problem. We'll do it on the 10th, and it'll be done. I said, okay. And that's as far as it got.
Okay.
So it's a lot of talk, and nothing gets anywhere.
Okay.
With her, anyway.
We don't need that, Joe,
Yeah. Okay.
in this meeting, okay?
Sure.
If
Enough said.
they're not here to defend themselves,
Sure.
I don't want to hear any of that.
Sounds good.
You got it?
I do.
Okay.
So do we want to, should we address this Wednesday also then?
Well, we could do it today. It is an agenda item.
Yeah, and I don't have any
I don't
issues
have a
with what we're
problem
doing
with it.
here, so.
I don't see where this affects anything.
So is there a motion to approve the Joe Bush, the COS boundary relocation?
I'll make the motion to approve the Priscilla boundary relocation.
Is there a second?
I will second that motion.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the Joe Bush, the boundary relocation. Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Happy Mother's Day, guys, yesterday.
So is there anything else come before the board? If not, we will adjourn at 10:28.
Thanks, Shirley.
Yep, thanks. There wasn't an agenda post office this morning.
Because it wasn't revised.